Welcome to today's video, where we unlock one of the most powerful topics in mathematics, trigonometry. From calculating heights and distances to solving complex problems, it all starts with just a triangle and an angle. In this lesson, you will learn exactly what trigonometric ratios are, how to calculate them, and why they are so important, all explained visually, step by step. Trigonometry is made of three Greek words, tri meaning three, gon meaning sides, and metron meaning measure. It's the science of measuring triangles, especially right-angled triangles. It helps us find the unknown side, or angle, when only a few parts are known. Let us now dive into trigonometric ratios using the right-angled triangle ABC, where the right angle is at point B. Now, focus on angle A or angle CAB, which is an acute angle. The side opposite to angle A is BC. The side adjacent to angle A, that is next to it, but not the hypotenuse, is AB. And the hypotenuse, the longest side, opposite the right angle, is AC. Remember, the names of the sides depend on the angle you are looking at. If you shift your focus to angle C, these sides will be named differently. Now, we can define 6 special ratios using these sides. These are called trigonometric ratios of angle A. Let us define them one by one. Sin A is the ratio of the opposite side to the hypotenuse, that is BC over AC. Cosine A is the adjacent side over the hypotenuse, that is AB over AC. Tangent A is the opposite side over the adjacent side, that is BC over AB. The next 3 ratios are just the reciprocals of the first 3. Cosecant A is 1 over sin A, or AC over BC. Secant A is 1 over cosine A, or AC over AB. Cotangent A is 1 over tangent A, or AB over BC. To summarize, these 6 ratios, sin A, cos A, tan A, cosec A, sec A, and cot A, express how the sides of a right triangle relate to the angle. Also, notice that tan A equal to sin A divided by cos A and cot A equal to cos A divided by sin A. Do you want an easy way to remember all of these ratios? Tap the I button on the top right of your screen to watch our short explainer video, which is fun, visual, and makes memorizing these ratios super easy. Let's explore a fascinating property of trigonometric ratios using triangle ABC again, which is right-angled at B. Now imagine this. We take a new point P somewhere on the hypotenuse AC, and from point P, we draw a perpendicular PM to side AB. This forms a smaller triangle, triangle PAM, inside the original triangle. Alternatively, we could take another point Q on the extension of AC and draw QN perpendicular to the extended side AB, forming triangle QAN, a larger triangle. Now here is the big question. Do the trigonometric ratios of angle A in triangle PAM or QAN change from those in triangle CAB? Let us use the angle similarity rule of triangles. Since angle A is common in all triangles, and each triangle has a right angle, we know that triangle PAM is similar to triangle CAB, and triangle QAN is also similar to triangle CAB. Now, recall that in similar triangles, corresponding sides are proportional. So, in triangle PAM, AM divided by AB equals AP divided by AC, and MP divided by BC equals AP divided by AC. This gives us cos A equal to AM over AP, just like AB over AC, sin A equal to MP over AP, just like BC over AC, and tan A equal to MP over AM, just like BC over AB. We see that the ratios are the same. So, what do we learn from this? Even if the triangle is smaller like PAM or larger like QAN, as long as the angle A stays the same, the trigonometric ratios, sin A, cos A, tan A, and so on stay constant. This is a key idea in trigonometry and proves that trigonometry ratios depend only on the angle and not on the size of the triangle. Let us now solve an example together. You are given that tan A equal to 4 by 3 and you are asked to find the other 5 trigonometric ratios of angle A. First, recall that tan A equal to opposite side over adjacent side, that is BC over AB. So if tan A equal to 4 by 3, we can assume BC equal to 4K and AB equal to 3K, where K is any positive number. Now we find the hypotenuse AC using the Pythagoras theorem. AC square equal to AB square plus BC square. Substituting AB equal to 3K and BC equal to 4K, we get AC equal to 5K. Now let us write the other 5 trigonometric ratios. Sin A equal to opposite by hypotenuse, which is BC by AC equal to 4 by 5. Cos A equal to adjacent by hypotenuse, which is AB by AC equal to 3 by 5. Cot A, which is 1 by tan A, equal to 3 by 4. Sec A, which is 1 by cos A, equal to 5 by 3. Cosec A, which is 1 by sin A, equal to 5 by 4. Let us now learn the trigonometric ratios of 45 degree, one of the most important angles in trigonometry. Consider triangle ABC, right-angled at B. Let us say angle A is 45 degree. That means angle C must also be 45 degree because the sum of all angles in a triangle is 180 degree and one of them is already 90 degree. Since the two angles are equal, the two sides opposite to them must also be equal. So, BC equal to AB. Let us assume both sides are equal to a unit value, say, A. Now, applying the Pythagoras theorem, we find the value of hypotenuse AC as A root 2. Using the trigonometric definitions, we have sin 45 degree, which is opposite by hypotenuse, equal to 1 by root 2. Cos 45 degree, which is adjacent by hypotenuse, equal to 1 by root 2. Tan 45 degree, which is opposite by adjacent, equal to 1. Cosec 45 degree, which is 1 by sin 45 degree, equal to root 2. Sec 45 degree, which is 1 by cos 45 degree, equal to root 2. Cot 45 degree, which is 1 by tan 45 degree, equal to 1. Let us now learn how to find the trigonometric ratios for 30 degree and 60 degree using a simple geometric construction. Start with an equilateral triangle ABC. Since all angles in an equilateral triangle are equal, angle A, B and C are equal to 60 degree. Now draw a perpendicular from A to the base BC, meeting it at point D. This splits the triangle into two congruent, right-angled triangles, ABD and ACD. Let us now work with triangle ABD. Assume AB, the original side of the equilateral triangle, is to A. Since D is the midpoint, BD equal to A. Now, applying the Pythagoras theorem, we find the value of height AD as root 3A. Now, let us calculate the trigonometric ratios for angle 30 degree, which is angle BAD. Sine 30 degree, which is opposite by hypotenuse, equal to 1 by 2. Cos 30 degree, which is adjacent by hypotenuse, equal to root 3 by 2. Tan 30 degree, which is opposite by adjacent, equal to 1 by root 3. Cosec 30 degree, which is 1 by sine 30 degree, equal to 2. Sec 30 degree, which is 1 by cos 30 degree, equal to 2 by root 3. Cot 30 degree, which is 1 by tan 30 degree, equal to root 3. Now look at the same triangle but focus on angle 60 degree, which is angle ABD. Sine 60 degree, which is opposite by hypotenuse, equal to root 3 by 2. Cos 60 degree, which is adjacent by hypotenuse, equal to 1 by 2. Tan 60 degree, which is opposite by adjacent, equal to root 3. Cosec 60 degree, which is 1 by sine 60 degree, equal to 2 by root 3. Sec 60 degree, which is 1 by cos 60 degree, equal to 2. Cot 60 degree, which is 1 by tan 60 degree, equal to 1 by root 3. Now, let us explore what happens to trigonometric ratios when the angle becomes very small or very large, that is, when angle A approaches 0 degree or 90 degree. Start with a right triangle ABC with angle A as an acute angle. Now imagine making angle A smaller and smaller. As that happens, the point C moves closer to point B. The side BC, which is opposite to angle A, becomes shorter. Eventually, when angle A gets very close to 0 degree, side BC almost disappears and side AC becomes almost equal to AB. So when angle A is almost 0 degree, sine A, which is BC by AC becomes almost 0, and cos A, which is AB by AC becomes almost 1. And that is why we define sine 0 degree equal to 0 and cos 0 degree equal to 1. Now using these, we find the other ratios as tan 0 degree, which is sine 0 degree by cos 0 degree, equal to 0. Sec 0 degree, which is 1 by cos 0 degree, equal to 1. Cot 0 degree, which is 1 by tan 0 degree, which is not defined. Cosec 0 degree, which is 1 by sine 0 degree, which is not defined. Now let's do the reverse. Let us make angle A larger and larger. As angle A increases, angle C gets smaller. Point A moves closer to B. Side AB becomes very small, and side AC becomes nearly equal to BC. So when angle A is very close to 90 degree, sine A, which is BC by AC becomes almost 1, and cos A, which is AB by AC becomes almost 0. And that is why we define sine 90 degree equal to 1 and cos 90 degree equal to 0. Now using these, we find the other ratios as tan 90 degree, which is sine 90 degree by cos 90 degree, which is not defined. Sec 90 degree, which is 1 by cos 90 degree, which is not defined. Cot 90 degree, which is 1 by tan 90 degree, equal to 0. Cosec 90 degree, which is 1 by sine 90 degree, equal to 1. We have now seen how to calculate the trigonometric ratios for 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90 degree through triangle geometry and definitions. To help you remember and revise them quickly, here is a table with complete summary of all 6 trigonometric ratios at these 5 standard angles. Need help memorizing the full table? Tap the I button to watch our shorts, super quick and easy to remember with visuals and patterns. Let us now understand an important trigonometric identity, one that's true for all values of angle A from 0 degree to 90 degree. In the right-angled triangle ABC, with the right angle at B, we apply the Pythagoras theorem. AB square plus BC square equals AC square. Now, we divide every term of this equation by AC square. This gives us AB square over AC square plus BC square over AC square equals 1. Now, observe carefully. AB over AC is the definition of cosine A and BC over AC is the definition of sine A. So, substituting those, we get cos square A plus sine square A equals 1. And that is our first and most important trigonometric identity. This identity is true for all acute angles A between 0 and 90 degrees. Let us now prove another important trigonometric identity using triangle ABC, which is right-angled at B. We begin as usual with the Pythagoras theorem. AB square plus BC square equals AC square. But this time, we divide each term by AB square, the square of the adjacent side. We get AB square over AB square plus BC square over AB square equals AC square over AB square. Now, observe carefully. BC over AB is the definition of tan A and AC over AB is the definition of sec A. So, substituting those, we get 1 plus tan square A equals sec square A. This identity is true for all angles A from 0 to less than 90 degrees. Remember, tan A and sec A are not defined at 90 degree because they involve division by 0. Now, let us look at the third trigonometric identity using triangle ABC, which is right-angled at B. As usual, we begin with the Pythagoras theorem. AB square plus BC square equals AC square. But this time, we divide each term by BC square, the square of the side opposite angle A. We get AB square over BC square plus BC square over BC square equals AC square over BC square. Now, observe carefully. AB over BC is the definition of cot A and AC over BC is the definition of cosec A. So, substituting those, we get cot square A plus 1 equals cosec square A. This identity is true for all angles A greater than 0 degree and up to 90 degree. Remember, cot A and cosec A are not defined at 0 degree. Let us now quickly recap everything you have learned in this chapter on trigonometry, a powerful tool that connects angles to sides in right-angled triangles. And that is your complete summary of this chapter. Master these basics, and you will be ready for applications, identities, and problem solving in trigonometry. If you found this video helpful, please like and share. Type your queries in the comments. I reply to every single one. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing content just like this. And if you need online classes, just send me an email. I am here to help you succeed.